became who I am today. So yeah, if you guys have been coming to church for quite some time now, syempre you know this, I've been here since you've been here because I was basically born in this church. So I grew up with a lot of the kids here that are now adults also. So sila Maya, sila Caleb, sila Jen, sila Rigel, yun, mga kasama ko sila lumaki sa church na to. And honestly, growing up in church, you get used to the habits of Christianity. So you get to learn the language, parang God is good all the time God is good. You learn the lifestyle, you say hi, you beso pagka weekends, pupunta ka sa church, and then you're gonna see yung mga friends ng mga auntie mo, or ng dad mo, or ng mom mo, and then syempre mag-bless ka sa kanila, or mag-beso ka sa kanila, tapos may pakimkim na money, minsan wala. But, you know what I'm saying, like, basta, nasana yung utak mo how to live in a church setting. And syempre, it becomes second nature to you. So while this is true, you also get to live your life around people that are not Christian and they behave like the world. So this might be yung extended family mo, or like if you don't happen to go to a Christian school, syempre yung mga friends mo, yung peers mo, and just about your family friends and stuff like that. Hindi sila, they don't live like the way your family lives or the way your parents live or whoever's Christian in your family. So for me, it created like some sort of disconnect between what was real and what was right. If that makes sense. Kasi now, you go to church every Sunday and you listen to the pastor, you listen to your teacher's Sunday school, nakikinig ka na, God loves a cheerful giver. Forgive those who sin against you because God has forgiven you, blah, blah, blah. And you start thinking na parang, okay, sige, it makes sense. And then you go to school on Monday, tapos you get bullied by some people na 2 years higher than you, tapos nahuli ka na ikaw yung binubully, pero ikaw pa rin yung pinagalitan. And, syempre, now, there's some sort of disconnect. Like, okay, I forgave those who sinned against me, but why am I in trouble right now? And then you start thinking like, okay, is this real? Is this Christianity thing, is it real? And it's hard for you to deal with kasi Christian ka eh. Tapos, basically, sila may excuse sila because they're not Christian. They don't go to church. So, it's sort of quote-unquote okay. Pero ikaw, because you're Christian, you have to do this, you have to do that. Expected from you, ng parents mo, ng peers mo. And it's really hard. So, being born in church though, it doesn't make you Christian. Growing up in church, it doesn't make you Christian. And you still have to go through an encounter with Christ to really say that you have been born again. And, being in church every Sunday did not shield me from hurt, from pain, from judgment. If anything, it separated me from many people because they start causing na, pastor's kid siya. Life isn't too hard for him kasi people pray for him, ganyan. There's some sort of protective hedge around him wherever he goes. So, they start thinking, okay, this guy doesn't go through depression. This guy doesn't get sad. This guy doesn't get discouraged. So, okay lang if the world takes a huge crap on him kasi he has God by his side. Basically, parang mas malakas ako kay Lord kumpara sa inyo kasi pastor's kid ako. And it's really hard, lalo na my dad and my mom passed away right after I was born. And then I did grow up without, my dad left when I was 6 to pastor a church in the States. So, yun. Eh, syempre, akala ko makakatakas na ako dun sa pastor's kid thing. Pero yun, syempre, yung auntie ko, pastor din. So, lahat talaga ang bilang. So, ayun. Yun. Basically, what I'm saying is, mahirap i-deal with kasi people think you get shielded from all the bad things in the world just because ka ng pastor. And it is hard, really. Just like it's hard for me just as it is hard for the person beside me or the person beside you. And people uphold me, a lot of people upheld me to unrealistic standards of what I should be just because my mom, my dad, my auntie is a pastor. And they see it more as a problem than an opportunity to help me when I struggle with things. So parang, okay, bakit ka nagmumura? Eh di ba yung magulang mo, pastor? Lagi na lang ganun yung pinapato sa'yo. Like, okay, hindi ka pwedeng mapikon. I grew up being pikon. Like, sobrang init ng ulo ko. And lagi kang pinagagalitan kasi, Daniel, dapat you should set an example with your playmates, with your cousins kasi ito yung Christian dito, ganyan. And it's really hard for me to deal with kasi parang I'm the same age as them, I'm going through the same things. Bakit yung struggle ko has to be easier? I mean, why does their struggle get a free pass and mine doesn't? So, sobrang hirap for me. And it made it really hard for me to cope up with life. Kasi yung mga bagay na other people can't really relate to me just because they don't live in the environment I live in. So this opened me up to all sorts of temptation and struggles, even when I was serving in the ministry. Siyempre, lumaki ka na sa church, so parang, oy, gusto mo sumama ka dito sa dance Sunday school, blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, it's been 6 years and you're not part of a worship team or whatever you're a part of. And you're just going through the motions. You're just going to church, saying hi to everybody, learning you memorize mo yung memory verse ng Sunday school or sa youth camp or whatever. You come back home and wala lang, you're just, okay, God is real, God is good, God is ganyan. But I'm still going through some things that I can't share with anybody. And syempre, because there were temptations that came up, I was so distracted with the fact that parang I have to relate to something, I have to relate to a person or to a real thing that's outside of this church life. And yun, I found myself losing my sense of purpose and I tried to find myself in worldly things. And of course, everything only ended in lessons. And they're very painful ones. So, ayun, like your normal struggler, syempre I got into alcohol and all those sorts of things. Not too much of drugs, sucks lang. not that it's not worse, but I mean, I'm really, oh my God, I'm really thankful that I didn't go like super intense na sobrang, basta hindi sobrang lalim. I'm still thankful because it could have been way harder for me. Basta, that's not diba? But anyways, na-try ko mag-everything. I did it all. And I got into relationships that I wasn't supposed to get into, fell in love with the people I'm not supposed to fall in love with. And yun, sobrang sakit sa heart. Like, hindi ako naiyak. But yun. So, it wasn't until I truly surrendered my life to Christ and intentionally started attending care group meetings that I truly experienced a changed life. Kasi pinlag nila ako sa care group, sobrang layo ng age ko sa mga peers ko. Pinaka-first care group leader ko, kilala niyo si Pastor Eric Totanes. Naalala niyo ba siya? Guess natin siya a few months ago. So siya yung pinaka-first care group leader ko. Tapos, I was 13, tapos yung mga kasama ko, 18, 19, ganyan. Tapos ako inisip ko pa lang parang slam dunk, mga gano'n. Anime lang inisip ko, tapos sila parang, kuya, ang hirap ng college, blah, blah, blah. Nahirapan ako, honestly. And I was just really going there because I found my mentor really cool. Gitarista siya, mahaba yung buhok, sobrang pogi, ang ganda ng asawa, ang tipis na mga anak. Like, sobrang cool niya, parang grabe, gusto ko maging ganun ka-cool. Kasi, first time ko din siya makita ng praise and worship, tapos ganun siya, parang wow, galing. May ganun palang Christian. Sobrang mind-blown ako. And, ayun, wait, facing ahead. So there, yun, I started going to my care group meetings a couple of years later with more intention. Parang, okay, what can I learn from this? What privilege do I have na I get to go to these meetings that my other friends have, that I could actually go there on their behalf to better myself and to help others. And yun, God started unfolding things in my eyes that never made sense before to me, such as, like I said kanina, why do I forgive someone who has done me wrong when they never ever apologized? And it's not just with my friends or my ex-girlfriend or whatever. It's even with family. Yung mga family members namin na would treat me like crap and they just never really apologized. Sobrang sakit, honestly. Kasi I don't have family here. Like yung, alam mo yun, yung parents mo, ganyan. I've always been living with extended family and it's so hard to try to fit in. May mga family pictures, parang kasama ka lang kasi Abiad ka din naman or iliman ka din naman. And it's really, I found it really hard to fit in. Not because they don't love me, it's just because I knew I didn't belong there. Does that make sense? Ayun, and it was a big, the enemy made a grip me hard in that area of my life.
So, yun. And also, why do I treat my elders with respect even if they're mean to me? Yun, same people. Like, end of the day, tito mo pa din siya, you have to respect him. End of the day, lolo mo pa din siya, you have to respect him even if it doesn't make sense. Alam niyo, yung parang, bakit hindi ka sumasagot sa akin? Kinakausap kita, dapat sumagot ka sa akin. Eh kasi po, sumasagot ka na ha? And you're just like, oh my God, bakit? Sobrang labo. And so then, yun, being part of a care group and being part of this church actually helped me understand the ways and the whys of God so much more. This church is where I learned the ways of the kingdom, and my care group is where I got to ask about it. And it became a safe place for me to just be honest with my struggles and openly address it with my friends who have my best interests in heart. Because, I mean, I'm a people person and I've had a lot of friends. But end of the day, most of them are just acquaintances. You only get a handful of guys who really care about you end of the day, who are willing to pray for you, who think of you parang, like, kunwari ako, nag-judge ako, naisip yung mga friends ko habang nakaupo ako sa toilet, and I think about, okay, is he doing okay this week? And I pray for them. Weird ba yun? But, you know, like, you don't get that with 100% of the people you meet. May mga tao ka makikilala na they just want you to be with them just because masaya ka, makulit ka, and everything. And then, after that, they don't even care about you because you're only the life of the party. When the party is over, you don't even matter to them. So, yun. And then, the church and my care group became a really safe space for me to just share na parang, okay, I'm dealing with these things. Na alam ko, my care group, care groupers, hindi lang kayo judge for whatever I'm going through because at the end of the day, we're all human and we go through things. And it's okay to go through things as long as you get past them. So, ayun. I became honest with my struggles and we got to address it openly. And, there were times when I would get tired of taking the high road or choosing to love instead of criticize. But my mentors have always been there to keep me in check and make sure that I'm not in this battle alone. So today, I'm still working on living a Christ-like life, but I'm very far from the old me. And I thank God that He has provided me with my fireplaces, my church, and my care group to serve as guides for me to remember my path when life gets a little bit crazy. And I just want to tell you guys today that God is real and He lives through us, the community. We are the community. And it is our duty to help each other and pray for one another to stay strong and continue our purpose to expand His kingdom here on earth. Thank you.